Hey guys, this is Dawn Jacobson, coach at dawnjacobson.com, and I help high potential women to create the life that they need and the income that they require through their business in order to pursue their calling and make a big difference in the world. This training video is going to be for my people on Canva. So I get a lot of questions about the graphics that I create, the graphics that I post on Facebook, and also the ones that I put into the Firefly Society Mastermind group, which is a private Facebook group. And I actually utilize one tool primarily for that. There are a couple that are popular out there. I tend to find myself using the one that I'm going to tell you about today extensively, although I know that a lot of people do use the other tool that I'm going to mention. So aside from firing up Photoshop, downloading GIMP, which is another full service photo editing software, there are a couple of tools that you can use in order to create those nifty little graphics. And the one I'm going to tell you about today is about Canva, and that is canva.com. And so let's go ahead and head over there. I will tell you that the other tool that I know most of people that I've seen around that people use is PicMonkey, and that's PicMonkey, PicMonkey.com. PicMonkey is awesome also, but I find that Canva does everything that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here and get myself logged into Facebook. If you don't have a Canva account, obviously you'll have to create one. I already have one, so I'm just going to log in. There we go. And it'll take me right into my desktop. So you can see, if you have been on my Facebook page recently, that the graphics that I created, here's one for a training, here's for a button that I made, here's for a productivity planner that I'm putting together for a webinar. This is a graphic that I put together for my Facebook timeline on my business page. All of these I made in Canva. And so you can see right here up at the top, you get to choose various different starting places. So let's go ahead, and they're really cool. They keep adding things to these all the time. You can do a business card, you can do a Twitter, you can do a real estate flyer, just do a regular document, photo collage, all these different things. And like I said, they do these different all the time. They put up new things all the time, as you can see right here. Or you can use your custom dimensions. So if you know that you would need to make a graphic or a document or some type of item at a specific dimensions, you can click here and do it by the width and height, whether that is in pixels, millimeters, or inches. So I use that a lot when I'm creating an 8x10 piece of paper, a document such as this one right here, which was the productivity planner and the marketing plan that I do for my clients. But we're not going to use that right now. Instead, we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a generic social media post graphic. So when you get in here, you'll see that there are many different things that are already set up for you. And again, they are adding things to this all the time. So Canva allows you to use these templates. A lot of them are already free. So for instance, if I clicked right here, it would pull it up. And this is a free graphic that they have there that you can customize. So for instance, if I was doing maybe an opt-in that was an A to Z, I could utilize this one, and I could backspace that and put B. And it lets you do all that different stuff. So these are just some templates under your text for layouts for this particular type of graphic, which is a social media post. If you scroll down, there'll be tons and tons of them. Now, the other thing that Canva does is they allow a lot of these for free, but if you scroll down to the bottom, they do have some premium ones as well that you can use. And they charge $1 per design if you want to get into the paid graphics. For instance, let's see. The paid graphics are going to be the ones that have these bars on them right here, and when you go to download, it'll say, hey, this costs $1. Go ahead and pay for that, and you can put in your debit card and pay for that. But what I want to do today, besides show you these different templates that they have available, is to show you the other different features that we have. So this is under the layouts again, and these are all the different layouts you can start with. You can obviously also start with something completely blank. I'm going to get all this out of here. There we go. You can start with something completely blank, and we can add a background to it. So let's see here. These are the different backgrounds, and you can see, just like I mentioned before, most of these are free, but as you go down, they cost $1 for that particular image. So if I went and put that on there, then when I went to download it and save it out, it would say, hey, it's $1. So that's how that works. But let's go ahead and pick something real simple. We'll go ahead and pick this teal background, and then you also have the option then to click for different categories of things that you want. So you can click in and see if we put a line there, there's a bunch of different lines that you can add, and simply all you do is click onto the graphic, draw it to the size that you want. So here's some grass, and I'm going to put it right there like so. And that's how you do it. Very, very simple. If I wanted to change the background, I say, okay, I have that grass on there, but it's not really, doing what I want it to do. I can just change out the background of that. If I wanted to push this to the back or the front of, move the grass to behind this background or behind another graphic, I would just click back or forward. It would move it forward or backward in the layers of the graphic. But for now, let's get some text going on here. So this is going to be under our text, and they put together quite a number of different things that you can do here. I'm going to use this one because it is pretty neat. So we'll move this up right here, and I'm going to click on here, and this allows you to just change the colors out right here. Let's go ahead and make it white, and I'm going to make this that same green color as the grass, and we're going to put fun in the, we'll put summer right here. Oops. Click out here, click here, and then it gives me this. So I'm going to put summer. Then I can also change the size of this particular font by highlighting. Now some of these that are preset, like this one for instance, will not allow you to change the size of these graphics because they're put together as one. So if I move this, then it's going to make it a little bit bigger. So this might not be something we want to do. Another thing you can do though is you can delete, oops, I'm going to undo that. I'm going to delete this particular piece of that. Oops, no, it's not what I want. I'm going to delete that. Whoops. And I'm going to put in my own text. So if I want to put in my own text, I can do that right here. And then I can click here, and it'll give me a number of different typefaces that I can pick. So let's do, I don't know, let's pick something kind of plain because we already have something fancy schmancy. Let's do antic, and it's going to change that, and we'll put fun in the summer time, and then I can change the size of that there. So just go on into Canva. You can play around. There's a ton of different things to do. The best thing to do is just to really check it out. If you look over here on the right hand side, you can see that I can move the text to the center. I can make it transparent, which pulls this down and back. I can do all sorts of things. But if you've seen any of my graphics, you'll know that this is where I've put them together, from my Facebook cover photo to graphics that are on my website, to posts that I do, to even just creating actual buttons that I need for particular things on my website. So I had a webinar that came up and I needed a button, so I just went in here and created it. The other thing you can do, I'll show you real quick, is you can upload your own images. So to put an image on here, I can go in and say, I want, let me get down here, I'll go to my temp file, And here's a blog graphic that I did. Let's say I want to put that in there. So I'm just going to click that and it'll upload it right in. And I click on it and I can resize the whole shebang bang and put it right where I want it to go, just like so. So say this is the graphic that I wanted. Everything was sweet and cool. Now I'm going to download this. I can either save it as a PDF, which is great if you're making a document like one of the ones that I was telling you about earlier that was a marketing plan where I have people fill that out, or for different printables and things that you want, you can save it as a PDF. But most of the time I save them as an image. And what it'll do is it'll save it right on to your computer, pull up where you want it to go. We'll wait just a minute for that to happen. There we go. And I am going to click Save File. And there it is, right there in my downloads. And double click it. And it'll open right up for me in order for me to put it into a Facebook post. See, there it is. And that is how you use Canva. So if you're wondering how I create all my nifty little graphics, that's exactly how I do it. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. So go ahead and post them in the comments below. If you want to be part of the Firefly Society, which again is that private Facebook group filled with high potential women just like you who are on fire to create the life and business that they love so they can impact the world, I'd love to have you. And you can check that out through the link in the bottom of this video too. That is it for this simple little Canva tutorial, and I will see you inside. Bye, guys.